Thank you for watching, and remember to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for your support.
So that's the only way that this video could be just a little bit more exciting.
Wow, all right.
Well, it's about the whole, it takes two. So we're talking about combos today. We're talking about some bad weather combos on our show, but we're asking you guys, what's the most exciting weather combo? That was pretty exciting.
Well, I mean, for Jim, it's thunder snow.
Thank you,
We know
Jordan.
Right? Yeah. We know that.
But wait, but is it, Jim? Is that?
No, it totally is. I mean, there's just nothing more thrilling. It's happened to me on several occasions, so I'm pretty stoked about it.
Somehow he is lucky that way. Jordan, what about you? You love waves.
Because I get the waves coming in with an offshore breeze.
So sun and the waves.
Sun and the waves. And a calm.
All right, today is National Take a Hike Day. I did look up where that I've ever been on. That's at Providence State Canyon Park. That's actually in Lumpkin, Georgia, not too far from Columbus, which we're looking at here over the Chattahoochee River. Yes, it is. So let's look at that side of the front. Comes into the southeast through the next couple of days here, next 3 days. And as it does, you'll see some showers. I mean, look, you can kind of pick out what's happening right now into Missouri. There's a few showers, not much. And that's the kind of sort of mode of operation the front will have across the southeast. There's not going to be a ton of moisture. There'll be some showers, and look, you'll get wet if you get caught in them. And we see that rain moving through Arkansas, West Tennessee overnight here into a Thursday morning. So this is 3 a.m. Memphis, Nashville. Then we check the front here throughout the day on Thursday, right through the Tennessee Valley, down into parts of the South. Birmingham, this is you at 8 o'clock this morning. Couple of showers. Atlanta area, this is about 4 or 5 o'clock, and you notice that things are kind of drying up. So you're not going to have a ton of rain, but there is still rain chances. So you need to plan accordingly if you got stuff going on outside. Asheville, maybe a little better chance up there, and definitely up to Roanoke, West Virginia, a better chance of getting into some rain, just a little more oomph to everything happening in the atmosphere at that point. All right, so in terms of the forecast, New Orleans, for us to time it out for you, today looks great. Temps are going to be in the upper 70s. It's not until tonight that we get into any showers, maybe thunderstorms. Overnight rain continues, and then it dries out throughout the day on Thursday, cooling down a little bit more by Thursday night. Here we go with your forecast in Huntsville. Tonight, the rain comes in. Thursday morning, a few showers, and then it really gets colder into your Friday. Yeah, it is different here, and it's concerning because there's still high water levels. The Skagit River, while it had crested, it's still coming down, and at this moment, it's still in major flood stage. Here's a look at how much rain we've had over just the past week, and, especially up here in the Northwest. This is a spot where we've gotten over 8 to 12 inches of rainfall when you add it all up. Significant rain all across the Northwest. We are in a break. We are going to get, not just today, but hopefully tomorrow too, or at least some of tomorrow without rain. And then we do bring rain back in. So let me show you where that is. This next round coming in is not going to be as big of an event as we just saw. Here we go, looking at where the system is, where the moisture is. What you don't see is just one big plume of moisture kind of centered and focused. So there's not a big atmospheric river with this next one. There's still a storm system, and there's still going to be increased moisture, and there's going to be rainfall in an area that is so saturated. We're going to see this moisture coming up as we get from south to north here, moving up along the coast, kind of getting stretched out a bit from Northern California up through Oregon and then into Washington. Here it comes in on Thursday night is when we start to get that rain moving in the area. So we will get a couple of days here tomorrow and then parts of Thursday to dry out. Alex.
All right, well, we have seen
the winds touch down here, for lack of a better word. So there's our strong low pressure right now. You can see it actually spinning around. And if you look at this perspective, satellite and radar, you're like, oh, it looks like nothing. It was all about the wind, which doesn't show up on any of these remote sensing sources, right? Take a look at the wind reports all across the Northwest. It started in Washington and Oregon and spread across Idaho, Montana. The entire state was windy yesterday, and then into Wyoming as well. We saw significant winds up beyond hurricane force winds. Look at Banner, Wyoming, 95 miles per hour. We saw reports of that high into Montana as well. Cutbank, 87 miles per hour. Hayden, Idaho, coming in at 61. And the wind was so strong, I saw several cities actually setting their wind maximum records for the day, the average wind for the day, because it just averaged out to so high. Let's see, Glasgow, I think, had a wind max for the day just in terms of the peak gust up in the 60s. And now the wind today will be in North and South Dakota. and it was windy yesterday, but it actually gets worse today. High wind warnings are up, wind advisories as well. Across the zone, you're going to see winds today from the west. So a lot of changes happening too, because yesterday winds were from another direction, but now the wind is on the move, and we are going to see easily 30, 40, maybe even 50-mile-per-hour winds. It's possible it gusts higher than that, but most likely we see it top out into those 50s range. Still significant. You know, yesterday in Montana, tractor trailers were blown over. People lost shingles on their roofs. It could be that significant here today as we look at the northern plains, although by this evening, things are going to start calming down. Another windy spot will be again into the southern plains, and we'll have to watch for that fire risk because of it, Alex. Still warm and dry out here. Makes me worried. Absolutely. Well, I mean, but look, we still have, you know, we got time. The thing about Thanksgiving travel is it does get spread out. It's not like everybody has to go Friday or Saturday or Wednesday of next week.
Yeah, so, yeah, just take your time. And even if the traffic doesn't, I mean, it's the holidays, right? And that's the thing about the holidays. Everyone should be in a better mood, right?
They should be.
Should be.
They should be. But we're all always running late. Who isn't, right? You run out there, you're supposed to leave at noon. You don't leave till 1. Always.
Give yourself that time. All right, let's talk about this forecast because we could be looking at a system that impacts some of those travels here as we head into next week. Now, we'll start off looking at Sunday here. So through this weekend, again, this weekend's going to be a busy travel time for a lot of folks. And we do have a system here that could impact us from the Great Lakes all the way down to even parts of the Gulf Coast.
Yeah, and so there's still, you know, as we get into next week, uncertainty with what will happen beyond this, because really it depends on what happens when the front gets to the East Coast. Do things stall out? Do we get a new low pressure that forms? That's where the uncertainty comes into play. Likely to see some of that wraparound moisture and some lake effect snow. I mean, that's, I think, more certainty to it.
Yeah.
What happens after that?
Exactly. Here we go, looking at that basically overnight into your Tuesday, where we'll find some of those snow showers impacting us across parts of the Northeast, getting into New England. Again, it's still a ways away, so a lot of fine-tuning that needs to be done out there for us. But when you look at the European model, and this is the depiction of the rainfall, the highest totals look to be there across the northern stretches of Maine.
But then when you see the GFS, I mean, there's a big difference, actually, in the amount of moisture, but especially also in the type of moisture.
Yeah, that is a key one right out there. We're talking about the snow. European model, yeah, we got some showing up here for us across parts of the Great Lakes, but even that, generally of the light variety. GFS model, American model, oof.
I mean, look at the difference, a huge difference, right? But much more impact, too, when it comes to driving. So this is certainly something we want to stay tuned to as we get more information on how this plays out.
Absolutely. All right, well, driving at high wind, that can be dangerous.
Meteorologist Mark Elliott explains what to do when the gusts blow through. So no joke there in Chicago, especially in the city. You know, the wind kind of funnels down the streets.
Oh, man.
That Venturi effect, yeah, it can be. All right, let's look at this weekly planner forecast. We are midweek, and then maybe you have a week off next week. We'll get you into that. So today it's about the front and the dropping temperatures and the showers that come with it.
74 and sunshine for you tomorrow in the ATL, Jen. Enjoy it.
That's it. This makes me nervous, right? Because you know what's coming. Here comes the front. Drop about 10 degrees there.
Yeah, the low 60s, got some 40s and sunshine in the Northeast. Looks like some more wet weather comes back to the Northwest, but doesn't stick around for too long.
It doesn't. You know, we got rain chances Thursday and Friday. Saturday already, though, we're drying out in Seattle, and we've got a pretty dry weekend. Look at that.
Yeah, that's going to be
a while.
decent. We'll take that.
Look up when that last time is.
Yeah, right? It has been a long time. Moving into next Tuesday.